Hey, got 45 here. Got one of my more powerful handguns out today. Now that's a handgun. Actually, it's a shotgun, a Mossberg 500. And it might not look like your Mossberg 500 or your Mossberg or your pump shotgun, but it is a pump shotgun in the Mossberg 500 configuration. Just a little bit shorter. It has had the grip work done. I picked this up from a fellow and he had done some carving on the grip. Perfectly legal. It's all legal length and everything, but it is just the Mossberg 500. Looks a little different, doesn't it, than what you might see on a hunting gun rack. It is just over 18 inches in length, the barrel, and it's all legal length. 12 gauge, and those were some field loads I was shooting, some Federal 8s, I guess 1 ounce, I don't know, just standard field loads. So wanted to get this out. You have seen it just briefly in a couple of videos, and I keep getting requests to shoot this thing, but we, you know how it is, till the right mood strikes, so we tend not to get something out. So thought we would. It's a beautiful fall evening here. It's actually it's September 12th, you know, 9/11 yesterday. Of course, I know all of you, most of you probably were watching a lot of coverage on that and thinking about that, and that's a big day in our country and even around the world for us to stop and take stock and think about all that craziness that went on, isn't it? But anyway, we feel sorry for a lot of those folks that were involved in that, and a lot of heroes made on that day, for sure. But a sad, sad time 9 years ago. So anyway, we're going to fire this baby. We're going to fire some standard, some more just standard field loads. Might even try a few slugs. We're not going to shoot a ton, but we want to take a few shots and just show you a couple things. How even a gun this small, a shotgun, as long as you're careful with it and you don't hold it the wrong way, you might not hurt yourself. I mean, it's a handful when you're handling one that's been cut off like this. There's nothing like having a shoulder stock on a gun, but it will actually fire. Let me go ahead and load some more in it here on gabbing. Safety on the Mossberg is different than the Remington. You know, it's right here in the back. That's fire. See the little red dot, which makes it safe. It's really handy, particularly if you're a lefty. So it's kind of an ambidextrous safety there. It's kind of nice. And I think this holds 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And this one was a rib barrel at one point, so the fellow who cut that off actually cut off a pretty nice barrel. Most of these you see cut off, it's just a standard barrel without the rib. So this is I guess a Magnum version, 2 and 3 inch shells. It's a little bit heavier maybe than some of them. So again, the safety's right there. It's the biggest difference. Pump shotgun. So I'm just going to shoot a little bit, and I might even I will put some slugs in, and we'll sling a few of those just to show you. So you want to get a good grip on these guns whenever you fire them, because you don't have a lot of weight and you don't have your shoulder absorbing the recoil. So if you're just to shoot it and be lackadaisical, you know, boom, the thing's going to come back and hit you, maybe in the face or wherever you have it, or it could hurt your belly, wherever it's going to hit. All right, it's not going to kill you or anything, but let's just take a few shots. Yeah. Happen to have some in my pocket. Let's see here. Who do we want to pop? So you can see I was putting shot on those targets at that range, even though it's got a short barrel with no shoulder stock. you can hit something with it. I advise highly, if you have one of these little guns, and you see a lot of these in gun shops for sale, home defense shotguns, just be sure you get out and shoot it so you know what it's going to feel like and how to hold it. That's my strong recommendation. So, see, that's as far across like any large room probably in anybody's house, you know, if you're keeping one of these around for home defense. And sometimes they are recommended. You know, if you don't feel comfortable with a handgun or a big long shotgun, you know, they make these with pistol grips that come down at 90 degrees, and you might grab one of those and think, that's just a ticket. That feels good. That's all I want. I don't want to learn to shoot. I'm not going to go out and spend a lot of time on the ranges, but you know, something like this might be pretty effective. But get it out and shoot it and get a feel for where to hold, okay? Let's try a couple of slugs just for kicks. How's that for a pun? Because this is high brass, and most people would consider this unnecessary punishment, what I'm about to do. And I think maybe I've done this before with this gun. So if you don't know anything with high brass, we call this, you know, you got low brass and high brass. That's not even real brass, but anything that has high brass, it's going to be more powerful, no matter what it is. Okay, I'll put a few of those in my pocket too, in case I decide to move around a little bit. All right, now I'm not going to shoot a slug, I don't think, at anything here close. I'm just going to show that you can shoot a slug. And this isn't exactly recommended types of shooting. Don't try this at home with a high brass slug and a gun like this. This is just something I'm crazy enough to do, because it's going to kick hard and you're not going to like it. Knocks the heck out of the gong. Now, some of you folks that actually shoot a lot and know a lot about guns might be a little surprised at that. When I first tried that with this gun, if you'd have told me, hey, take that and see if you can hit the gong with it, I would just laughed at somebody. But, you know, as you can see, if you get a good grip on it to where you hold it steady and you get a good trigger release and not, you know, let flinching get into your mind, because you know it's going to kick and you're going to have to hang on to it tightly. I don't know. Let's try a couple more regular rounds. So, but that shows you, it doesn't matter. One of the themes, I guess, the threads of a lot of my videos has been that short guns shoot really well. You know, the little Glocks, small guns, little Smith & Wesson 642, whatever it is, little cars. That the big factor in accuracy is the operator, the person holding the gun. And it's not that the short barrel makes a gun necessarily inherently less accurate. If you can figure out how to hold it and you're crazy enough, they actually do have some accuracy. So let's shoot a few more here. Okay. Sweet little gun. I'm having a holster made for it, kind of a shoulder holster. We got the action back. You know, I thought I'd just kind of carry it right there, kind of like a Dirty Harry special, and whip that thing out. Boom! Not bad, huh? So, 12 gauge Hickok right here. Nice little toy, and that's probably enough shooting. I thought you just might like to see that. We've teased you with it a couple times. And it just is kind of amazing what a little piece of artillery like that can do. You know, if you're willing to take a few chances with the recoil. Again, if you have one of these or you buy one, be really careful. Get the lightest loads you can find, field loads, and try it out and just get a feel for what it's going to do. And I wouldn't necessarily advise shooting slugs or high brass in it, to tell you the truth. But anyway, Hickok having too much fun again on a beautiful, beautiful September evening. And you guys take care. Life's good.